Hello, let's start in a sitting position today. We have been doing sitting more nowadays just to get rid of the everyday yoga monotony. So come to a meditation pose, Padmasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold a lotus pose. Close your eyes. Concentrate on your third eye. Let's start our practice today with a round of Om breathing. Let's remind ourselves what brings us to the mat every day, or if not every day, whenever we come to the mat, what is really our motivation. And then let's dedicate to this practice to somebody who you really love. It could be yourself as well. All I'm doing is really, I'm doing self-motivation. Like, why am I coming to the mat? I'm reminding myself of that. And today somebody close to my heart is not feeling so great. So I'm dedicating my practice to him today. Hopefully it will give him some healing power. And then, yeah, let's get started. I'm going to keep it more grounded today because I'm not particularly feeling so great mentally. So I'm going to use yoga as a channel to, bring myself back to the high spirit that I'm usually am. All right, so let's start with breathing. Along with my journey, I'm also reminding yourself if somebody else is also going through anything. Pumping oxygen to your system is a great way to feel better. Another great way is to actually do reasonable amount of cardio, so you have a lot of endorphin flowing and you feel better. Yeah, so those are like our natural medication. So I'm gonna try to first de-stress, so pump a lot of oxygen. For that, we are gonna do 40 rounds of Kapalbhati. You know what Kapalbhati is? You exhale, you breathe in and you exhale as if somebody is punching on your belly. Nice. We'll maybe do our alternate nostril breathing towards the end. Let's get started with some stretches. Breathe in. And stretch the upper body. Actually, before unwinding, do a forward fold. Now let's get out of the leg Padmasana, basically come to a side plank. It's still the beginning of our pose. I'm not taking it too hard. Let's do what feels easy. We are still warming up, so don't do anything too strenuous. Do what feels natural and comfortable. We are trying to reconnect with our body and mind. So try to feel every moment. Don't just let it pass through. Don't think about something else. Think about this moment and this yoga pose. This is, we're gonna take it easy today, meaning we're gonna actually not just go through motion and go deep on each one of the pose. This is nice. come to a gate pose. So basically we are doing all side stretches, and if the goal is not obvious, I'll tell you the goal. It's because we're working on our waistline. Anytime you stretch the side, it works amazing for our waistline. Let's come to hero's pose. I didn't want to, but we mean to actually. Since we're almost seated, we just do half hero, half lotus. You can do a bind or not, and do a rotation. Let's do the other side. Come on all fours. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cat. Cow. Cat. Cow. I seriously don't know how many million times I've done cat cow in my life, but trust me, cat cows are really good for your back. And also hip flexors and shoulders, so basically all good. So there's no harm doing it a million times. Cat. Cow. And then you also know I do like alternate leg, alternate hand raises. This is also good because it focuses on balance. Let's also work our core today. Maybe we'll focus on our waistline today. So let's kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So open your leg, lift your hips up, and come to an open-legged child's pose. Now let's come to puppy pose. Puppy pose is such that I always want to transition to, you know what, pigeon pose. Squeeze your palms. Yes, squeeze it, and then look forward and lift up. I realize like pinch Virasana is actually easier than it looks. It's all about just balancing out your weight and squeezing your palm. And when I say that, I make a mistake of going too far. Come to down dog. Today we'll try to focus on Chaturanga, which is like a slow push-up, right? So from down dog, come to plank, and from plank, come down on count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then upward facing dog. One more time. One way to make sure you're doing it right, get a block and put it here in the middle. Then slowly come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then upward facing dog. If you notice, I never really touched the block, but my body was parallel. Come to downward dog again. Breathe in, breathe out. Come to plank. Slowly on count of 10. Go down to plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then upward facing dog. That block is make sure you're not dumping your weight and just causing you to sag. Like along the midline. Alright. Putting your left hand at the center. Hold your right hand with left shin and look under your armpit. Putting your hand at the center. Look under the other armpit. Down dog. From down dog, let's sprint or hop forward to Uttanasana. Again, we said we are gonna work on our waistline. For that, twists are nice, so we're gonna go into twist. Forward and then twist on the other side. I'm gonna forward fold and let my hand and pulled my muscle in my neck. So I'm gonna use ragdoll pose for me to de-stress. Do one thing now. If you're wearing like me, either flip it so you don't hurt yourself. But yeah, that's not part of the instruction. Put your palms under your feet and massage your wrist. Let your head hang. Lift up. Forward fold, step or hop back. When you hop back, I've reminded again and again, please have your arms bent and do a low plank and don't come to a high plank. Because what happens if you hop to a high plank, you can inadvertently hurt your elbow joints. So let's not do that. The main point of yoga is not to hurt yourself. So we'll although be conscious of that, not hurting ourselves. I particularly get really upset if I get hurt while doing yoga. I think I've hurt myself maybe once or I have hurt myself thrice. I'll tell one of the poses. Maybe we'll do one of the poses or maybe all of the poses that I hurt myself. So, first hop forward. This is the pose where I hurt myself. I did a very deep forward fold. Hurt myself twice actually in this pose. I've counted it for one. And what happened, my knee just suddenly gave in and it hit my nose. And then I had a nosebleed. This was in Stanford class that Nancy was teaching. Nancy, I don't think you watch my video regularly, but I'll tag you in this video. Yeah, Nancy was one of my instructors. I don't think she remembers though. I ran out of the class. It was just so ridiculous. I felt so silly. Why would my nose bleed from the heat of my own knee? But that happened.
The other time also this pose. So this pose is something harmless but could be harmful. The other time I extended myself too much and I think I pulled my muscle on my leg. So there you go. Talked about one of my injuries in yoga. I think the other twos, I'll actually go to the other one as well. Isn't that fun? So let's first, I'll tell you which one caused the injury, but we'll go as a transition. Don't want to go there directly. So let's first come to goddess pose, and then I forgot the name of this pose, but it has a name. It's like a twist in goddess. Twist in goddess. Alright. Now the pose that I hurt myself in. This was also, I hurt myself because I wanted to show off. So don't try to show off in yoga. Definitely not in this. This was frog that I hurt myself in. So this was an instructor who used to be, I think, an engineer in IBM as well. He was very flexible and I wanted to show that I'm also very flexible. And you know what happened? Even though I'm flexible, since you're against the wall, and if you force yourself to open too much, the knee joint underneath can get hurt. I think I did that before going on a Yosemite backcountry trip. So the whole trip my knee was hurting. And I told myself I'm never going to do anything to show off. I reminded myself time to time that showing off is always a bad idea. But yeah, here you go. This was the second pose where I hurt myself. It was not too bad. I think the pain was there for 2-3 days and then it went away. I also described where the pain was. So because I'm forcing my knees to be against the floor, so this side of the joint can hurt because you're forcing it against the hard surface. Alright, so we did that. We are still working on our waist. Don't forget about that. So we're going to do a back bend, but because we're working on our waist, we're going to do opposite leg, opposite arm. So that, you know, the waist gets a little bit deeper stretch. This is not one of the poses where I hurt myself, I hope not. Because, you know, I can get really hurt. This will hurt my back. Anything that involves back, usually I'm extra careful. We'll do the other side. Nice. This is good. The third one, which I hurt myself, that I'll show at the end. That's actually an easy pose, but also it tells you that it doesn't matter how easy or difficult a pose is, we're gonna lie on our back and do some more poses that are gonna go for our waist. So we're in bridge, and then we're gonna come low and up, low and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift your leg. We're gonna bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna have one leg lifted and then kick low. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna still be working on our waist slash this joint. So lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now lift both of the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it lifted and then the bottom leg meets the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's nice. Alright. We're still working on our waist, so we are gonna do some more twists. Let's do some. First we'll do crow, which doesn't do much for the waist, but it does do for the arm. But then we'll do side crow, which would be a good one for waist. If you don't want to do crow, just rock and roll here and have fun. If you want to do crow, go for it. Crow is where it started. First time when I saw crow, I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. I think I mentioned before, I bet my husband that, then boyfriend that, I bet I can do it in a year. He never kept his promise, but I think I managed to get to it. I should ask him today if he ever got to it. So yeah, this is the pose that got me really deep into yoga. Alright, now the side crow. The trick to side crow is really just holding your core tightly. Yeah. Holding your core tightly and be able to rotate to place your arms so that you can carry the weight of your thighs. Nice. And then you can rotate your body to the other side and lift. Excellent. While at it, if you don't want to do any more arm balances, please stay in Malasana. Malasanas are good for hip opening. And you know, if you get bored in Malasana, open to your sides, and that should be good. And then if none of that is working out, as in you're feeling bored, still, you can do some warrior poses, which we didn't do today. But I, however, will try a Firefly pose. So Firefly is you hold a figure 4, right? And then you rotate your body so you can place one of your foot or the foot that is can lift, but I think it's hard for you guys to see. I'm gonna try doing it again. It's a little awkward to do it in the corner, but it will work out, I promise you. I think I need to do it in this side. Right, so you can see how my foot is on my upper arm and the other hand is trying to be supporting the other thigh, and then extend the leg. So that is called Firefly. Unfortunately, we have two sides. We're going to do Firefly on the other side. So again, figure 4, foot resting on one upper arm, thigh resting on the other, and the other leg extending. I know it looks a little funny, but it feels super good. Actually had a lot of fun today. I was almost too bored to show up, but I promised myself I'm gonna make it fun for me and for all of you. So I think I've been having a lot of fun today. Come to an inverted tabletop and then extend your inverted tabletop. Reminding myself along with you guys, the key to not getting bored is like just try different things. Tend to get bored easily, so variety is the key. So sorry, we are in staff pose. Coming out. We're gonna now start. Oh, I can't close my practice yet without telling what was the third pose that I hurt myself in. Right leg up, right leg forward, and yes, that was pigeon pose. I think I took it too easy and without doing the due diligence, just try to come directly to pigeon pose, and then I think I hurt my knee. So I keep reminding all of you that knees are our most vulnerable joints. It's hard to fix it if it gets hurt. I didn't get hurt too much, so it was fine. But I just felt weird for a couple of days, and I knew that I might have hurt one of my ligaments. So those happened quite a long time ago, but I remind myself anybody can get hurt if you're. That's why it's very important to be mindful while you're doing yoga. You can't just go with the flow. If you're being mindful, you have little to no chance of getting hurt. Mindful and patience. All right. Back to down dog. Left leg up. After that, I actually always try to come to pigeon from down dog. So that's one way not to get myself hurt. Coming out. I think coming out is not too bad. Come to a twist. Left leg up, left hand up, twist, and then I feel happy. This twist is like, I look forward to this twist throughout the practice. I think this contributes most positively in digestion. Actually, all twists. Especially today, I focus mostly on waist, so you should not avoid twist. Hello, my imaginary friends who are watching the video. Well, not everybody is imaginary. I think some of them I know in person. I hope so. Come to bridge. I think I'm a little chatty today. Maybe because I'm feeling a little down. I told you that already. My favorite person is not feeling the greatest today. Alright, come down. You can do a full wheel or a bridge. I'm gonna do supported bridge. No energy to do bridge today. I like supported bridge. I feel like there's somebody to catch me if I fall. Even if it's a block, Nice. That's great. And now we are going to go to shoulder stand or simple inversion, your choice. Halasana. Then roll out one vertebra at a time. Come to fish pose. Come down. Supine twist. Supine twist on the other side. That feels good. Now come to Savasana. You can come to your favorite side in a fetal pose. And then come to comfortable seated position. We started our practice with Om. We're going to close it with Om breathing. Om. Thank you. I was actually worried that I wouldn't have a good time today, but that was nullified. I had a great time today. See you guys tomorrow.